Alright, so I'm out here on this cold and grey winter day to talk about the new VideoMicro II and compare it to the old one and the VideoMic NTG. I was a fan of this little mic. It was not too expensive, it sounded good, and I actually used it for interviews on a boom with the Rode Wireless Go. It was nice, small, lightweight, not too expensive, and the sound was good and still is. But mostly I use the VideoMic NTG, which I have on this rig right now, and it's a better mic, of course. It's more expensive though, almost 300 bucks, and this is around 90 now, and this was about 50 when I got it. Alright, let's switch to the old original VideoMicro now. So I didn't change the levels, they are still on 10 on the A7S Mark III, and yes, of course, usually with those plug-in power mics that don't have any internal battery or use phantom power, levels usually a bit lower, and when you push them in post, the noise level will get higher. You can hear the price difference. The VideoMic NTG sounds quite a bit better. But for now, this is the original VideoMicro, and let's switch to the new one with the new wind muff as well. Levels are quite a bit higher, I think. Yeah, a little bit. They are still on 10 on the camera. I didn't switch anything. But of course they are lower than the VideoMic NTG. But overall I think the sound is still a bit dull. Not as rich as with the VideoMic NTG, of course. So overall I think the update or upgrade is noticeable, but then again it's not mind-blowing different. So it doesn't sound like a VideoMic NTG, of course. Higher levels and a little bit more frequency, but then again that is also the case when you push or have higher levels, higher volumes, sound frequencies will sound different. You perceive them differently, so they get stronger. It might sound brighter because of the higher levels. So yeah, so I will remove the wind muff now and let's see how the sounds will change. Let me put on the headphones for that. By the way, yes, on the road I use the Rode headphones, even though I don't think they are made for mixing video here. Of course, without the wind muff you will get more higher frequencies, but the new VideoMicro II comes with a foam windshield. Let's put this on. It will protect a bit more from wind and has a better frequency response. But yeah, if there are strong winds out there, it might not be the best solution anyway. Alright, I'm back with the original VideoMicro with the wind muff. It will change the frequency response. This is quite a heavy wind muff, quite a different sound, I think. Back on the VideoMic NTG, and yeah, it sounds quite a bit better. This is the VideoMic NTG with the wind muff. I will remove it. Well, now it sounds much brighter without the wind muff or dead cat. By the way, this is a third-party dead cat from Movo. Let's switch back to the VideoMicro II. Yeah, so this also makes a nice vlog microphone because it's that small. So now I'm on the old VideoMicro, the original one, and it's much more unstable, and you had to secure the cable on the back. That's why I had those little grooves in there. But overall I think with the new one this is much better. The shock mount is much better. So there you go. Back to the tripod. Alright, I'm back on the VideoMicro II now. So yeah, of course it is an update, an upgrade in terms of size, construction. So the new wind muff, the dead cat is nice, and also the new so-called Helix ISO mount. So that is the new fancy looking shock mount there. Is much better, smaller, so it mounts better on smaller rigs. It is a better ISO mount. Construction size and also reducing the handling noises much better than the old one. In terms of sound, I'm not too convinced. Yes, levels are a bit higher. You get a little bit more higher frequency. Close up also sounds a bit better, I think. So overall it is a little bit better in terms of sound, but not by much. It's mostly in terms of levels. A quick intermission. Now that I have listened to it while editing, the sound is a bit more stronger, more levels of course, quite a bit, and also I think the mid levels are a bit more pushed. The original VideoMicro has a little bit more high end, but levels are quite a bit lower, and the new one is a little bit more forward. That is also because of the higher level, I think. The mid-range is a bit more louder, a little bit more intense, and I think part of that is because of the higher levels. But overall, it is a much more stronger sound coming from this little mic, which I actually use right now. So overall, the sound is quite a bit better and the levels are more solid and even higher than my setting on the VideoMic NTG. I could have pushed it a little bit higher. I had it on 7, even 8 or 9 on the VideoMic NTG would have been okay. So there you go, back to the edit. So if you have the old VideoMicro and you are happy with your mounting solution and stuff like that, you might not have to update. But if you are in a market for a small, not too expensive, good sounding mic that fits nicely on a small rig, no pun intended, you should get this one. It is a good mic. So there you go. Anyways, if you have any questions about this mic or any other mic or audio solution, let me know in the comments. Also let me know what mic you use and why you use it. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Have a great day, evening, morning, whatever, and back to work.